Another spirit to mention took place in the City of Riverside last month when the Human Rights Campaign awarded the city with the highest possible score of 100 in a nationwide evaluation of LGBTQ inclusion. This is an increase from last year's score of 91 and a big improvement from 2018's score of 65. The city received points for prohibiting discrimination in city employment and its contracting process, and for offering benefits to domestic partners of city employees. The city also has a lesbian city council member, an LGBTQ liaison in the city manager's office, and a human relations commission.
It's a wonderful thing to see the City of Riverside now with a lesbian councilwoman, with a lot of policies that are very positive that have been instituted over a period of time. And so I'm just happy to see the progress. My period of time with the city from 1980 to 2000 was a time that I was also involved with my partner establishing a political action committee where we were trying to work on a local but also on a statewide level to get some changes. We didn't have our eyes at that time on gay marriage or anything that was extraordinary. It was just so that people could survive in their life. One of the laws that I was involved in having passed at the time was the law that any contractor who was going to contract with the City of Riverside had to include a clause of non-discrimination on the basis of HIV or AIDS and LGBT. And so this was before this was the law in the state of California.
Even though the City of Riverside received such high rankings and such a high score, what improvements in inclusion do you still feel need to be made?
Any kind of a recommendation regarding attitudes and people's behavior have to be followed up with constant awareness, constant sensitivity, a commitment to make what has been adopted as a policy or as a law or as a program is always respected. And you can't make everything change with a magical wave of the wand, but it's a tremendous, more than a first step, it's a tremendous fact for Riverside.
Riverside County cities, Palm Springs, Rancho, Mirage, Cathedral City, they also received the maximum score of 100. Does this represent a positive trend in Riverside County?
Oh, most definitely. And I'm glad. I mean, the desert out there, they're the gay mecca. And it's very normal to go to Palm Springs and, see gay men and women walking down the street holding hands. It's very common to see trans people in the workplace, on the front counter. The more we emulate, what the Palm Springs area is doing, the better it will be for the Inland Empire.